Flavor family, what is up? Hashtag Fridays with Flav in the grocery store? Heck yeah, baby. Art and I have been here all day shooting videos with Whole Foods permission. That's like giving Art and I the key to the candy store, like finding a golden ticket for Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, right? So we took advantage. We've been filming since 10:30 this morning, so many videos, and we're like, hey, wouldn't it be fun to do a live stream and walk around and shop live? Desi and Rose just got here. We had lunch. Who spends the day at the grocery store and has a good time? We do, right here. Everyone say hi to Art.
Hi, everybody.
Art is here, Desi's here, Rose is here. I hope you're having a great day. So here's what I want to do. I want to walk around and just do like a live shop with me. Ask questions. Whatever you want to know, we're going to answer in real time. And then I'm thinking, as long as Art is up for it, maybe at the end of this stream, we'll buy some stuff, go home and do part 2 in the kitchen and do a live cook along like hashtag Friday with Flav. But if you want that, let us know. You vote and you let us know. But I think it'd be fun to do like part 2 cooking. So leave a comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from and what you're doing right now, right? We want to see people from all over. And as soon as the first question comes in about where we should go, you let us know. But I think since we're here, we'll start where Desi is. Let's start by the cooking oils here, right? So we have whole videos about cooking oils, but still a lot of people get confused. And one of the nice things about shopping here at Whole Foods is that you're not going to find crappy canola oil or crappy sunflower oil. So what do I mean by that? Take a look. If you're going to buy stuff like canola oil, let me grab this one. It's always going to be the magic word right here, expeller pressed. So this is not something I would cook with on a daily basis, but sometimes you're going to deep fry, right? Or you're going to pan fry. You're going to use a lot of oil. Do you want to use the expensive avocado oil? Well, ideally not. You know, it costs a lot of money unless you buy a big jug at the warehouse club. But if you want to use canola oil or safflower oil or sunflower oil, it's got to be expeller pressed. So this is fine. This is organic expeller pressed safflower oil. That's fine. Once again, not something I would cook with every day because it's not the most nutritious oil. Everyday cooking, you want to use stuff like avocado oil, which is down there. You want to use coconut oil, which is here. You want to use ghee, which is right here. But check this out, Art. So a lot of people wonder what the difference is between refined expeller pressed coconut oil and this one, extra virgin coconut oil. So this is virgin, cold pressed, and it has a strong coconut flavor. This is a little processed, but it has a much milder coconut flavor. So while this is better in terms of nutrition, if you want to use coconut oil but don't want that pina colada flavor, you can use refined. But man, oh, look at this. Art and I discovered this. Art, is this the only place we've ever seen palm oil?
I think so.
So this is the only good palm oil you'll ever want to see. It's called red palm oil. The thing is, walk around the grocery store, every other product has palm oil. It's never red palm oil. This is the expensive one that's actually good for you. The one they use in the grocery store is the highly processed one that's bad for the environment. They deforest huge areas. It's bad news. So this is the only place we've seen palm oil, which is really interesting. By the way, everyone, say hello to Art. Art is in the house.
Hi, everybody.
Art and I are hanging out, having a good old time. So Rose is here. If you haven't seen yet, Desi's right over here. Say hi to Desi. Say.
Hi, guys.
How many people are on the stream
Hello,
right
everybody.
now?
397.
397. All right. Before we carry on, share. Sharing is caring, right? Take the link for this live stream, paste it over to Instagram wall, to your Instagram stories or Facebook wall. Be like, yo, Bobby and Art and Rose are doing a live shop along at Whole Foods. This is fun, you guys. To get invited into a Whole Foods to film and not have to worry about the Waldos is huge.
So Maggie B just inspired me to tell them a story today. So we're eating here at Costco, or Whole Foods, another place we're always at. And you have to give your name on your order.
Yes.
Bobby writes, Uncle Farturo. They were too scared to say the name when the food was ready. They said, Uncle.
That was for you, Maggie B.
That's
I really said, I said Uncle Fartura for the order. Look at this, you guys. They now have non-propellant spray grass-fed ghee. How cool is that? Very, very cool. We just don't wonder what happens when it gets cold. How does it spray out of there?
Where's the baby carrier from?
This is Tush Baby. So this is a Shark Tank startup, and they sent it to me for free. It is amazing. It really takes all the load off because I was holding Rose, and as much as I worked out, she was heavy. Look at this. They have ghee you can take for the road. A little squirt here and there, a little bulletproof coffee from Starbucks. But remember, this is the kind of oil we stay away from. Even though this is olive oil, it's a propellant spray. We don't want the propellant, the chemicals, to come out of there. You instead want to get this kind of spray that's non-propellant. And look at this, Art. They now have algae spray oil, but it's really expensive. This is very heart healthy. So, and then down here, look, they didn't have this stuff when I was growing up in the 80s. Pasture-raised pork fat, pasture-raised beef tallow, pasture-raised bison.
You had to make your own back then.
You had to make your own, which I never, ever did. So that's what's going on. Where else are you all watching from? Leave a comment down below. And now it's time for you guys to take over the stream. Where should we go to next? I want a question about a product or a section of the grocery store. Art's gonna pick the best one, or Desi's gonna pick the best question, and we'll head there immediately. Also in this section, if you wanna stay here, we have condiments like ketchup and mayonnaise. We have pasta sauce, we have pasta. Lots to talk about right here.
Cindy Sue wants to see non-dairy milk options.
Ooh, okay.
With no natural flavor.
Very, very difficult. So I'll show you that right now, and we'll come back to pasta later on. So, non-dairy milk with no natural flavors. So the only way you can avoid that, Cindy, is by getting plain, unflavored, because you can't get the, you can't get the vanilla unless you get a premium one. So if we come over here, so here's the non-dairy milk that's ultra high temperature pasteurized, and the one that's in the refrigerator case is a HTST, or high temperature short time. So one of the ones I actually carry at home all the time is this one, organic unsweetened plain almond milk. Because you see the ingredients. Tell me, Art, if you see natural flavors anywhere here. There we go. Right? There's no natural flavors, but if you go to the vanilla unsweetened one right here, all of a sudden there's natural flavors. So I don't like that, but I can't find anyone except, we'll go there a little bit later, I don't want to get in the way of people, the premium, thank you, Art. People I notice in the videos lately, they get really upset when I leave something like this, and they have to keep in mind, we're under the pressure of getting the video done, looking out for Waldo, so I oftentimes pick it up and then just go like that, but Art usually comes back, just so you know, right, Art, and fixes it for me.
That's correct.
So, there's some premium brands called Mulk, Three Trees, and New Barn. I believe they have vanilla flavor that doesn't have natural flavors. Coconut coffee creamer. This is one of the best coffee creamers. All right, look, this is Nut Pods. And the reason why it's so good is it almond and coconut cream. And coconut cream is very thick. See? Of course it has a couple gums in there. That's not a big deal. But as soon as you go to something like French vanilla here, here's the funny thing, it's vanilla, right? Read the ingredients. Does anyone see vanilla in the ingredients? No, it's just natural flavors, which is artificial flavors. So there's no vanilla bean in here, it's just natural flavors, which is really weird, right? So that's a great coffee creamer though, the plain one. And then as much as I'd love to say to you, there's like a healthy chocolate milk here, there really isn't, because even if you pick up hazelnut milk here, it's the sugar, guys. Look at this. There's 16 grams of added sugar in 1 cup. Trivia. Someone tell me, how many teaspoons is 16 grams of added sugar? What's so funny, Art?
Somebody said, if you have another child, you should name him Waldo.
Well, there's kind of a negative connotation to that, so I don't know. Hey, also, voting is open right now. Do you guys want to see another live stream later on around 6 o'clock? Call it part 2, where we actually cook a recipe at home with ingredients we get here.
It's a Fridays with Flav doubleheader.
That's right. So next question.
Art,
you let me know when the next question comes in. In the meantime, I want to show you a really cool paleo granola. So I don't eat oats. Desi and I got tested for oats a while back and we're highly intolerant for it. But look at this. Purely Elizabeth makes grain-free granola here. And it's unbelievable. So check this out. This is cinnamon peanut butter. Read these ingredients with me. Pumpkin seeds, right? Real vanilla extract, medium chain triglycerides, no natural flavors. This is unbelievable stuff. She also makes one with collagen. Very cool. So that, and this is a Chicago-based one, Kitsch Fix. Very, very good company. I think a lot of people are actually intolerant to oats, but they don't know it. So if you go off oats for 30 days, see how your stomach feels. You might be bloated from that. She's getting so tired. Look at her. I love her so much. Fish baby's helping me out. Guys, if you're just joining, leave a comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from this very special live stream shopping at the grocery store. This does not happen often. Don't get used to it, right? And also share. Take the link to this live stream. We got to get over 1,000 people on here. This is a momentous occasion. Take the link, share it to Instagram stories, share it to your Facebook wall. Say, hey, it's Friday afternoon. Cut off of work early. Hang out with Flav City and Rose. All right, where are we going next, Art? You tell me.
Oh, well, somebody's asking about flavored teas. We're right here.
We're here. Let's do it. Okay. By the way, hello, everyone. Hello, Diana. Hello, Vikram, Maggie. Yeah, sneak out from work, right? Nicholas. We got Katie. Ooh, Katie, a big art fan is here. All right, flavored tea. By the way, look at this. My favorite Four Sigmatic is now coming to the grocery store. So very cool. Golden latte mixes, mushroom elixirs, mushroom cacao. Very exciting. But flavored tea. First, let's talk about something very important. There's two kinds of teas you can get. Loose leaf tea and ground tea. I would always, is she falling asleep? She looks, feels very tired. She is? Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Desi's watching. Let's show Desi.
I saw it first on here.
Desi saw it first on the live stream. That's hilarious.
Let's put her in.
Put her in here? Okay. I can keep holding her for a while.
No.
Okay. Let's put a rose down here.
Gently, gently.
Oh, my baby girl. Ooh, good. I'll take the, I'm like an 80s mom. I call this like a jazzercise. But look, the baby sits right here. It's really cool. So we talk about teas, right? Flavored teas are tricky, but before we even get to flavored teas, I want to tell you guys about what to look for when it comes to tea. So look at this, Art. You can get whole leaf, read this, whole leaf tea like this, or you can get tea like this. This is going to be like ground up. This isn't really leaf tea, but yeah, this is herbal. Let me grab another one. Oh, let's see. Here. So this is going to be jasmine tea that's ground up into a powder like Lipton, and this is whole leaf tea. You will always want to get whole leaf or loose leaf tea because it's the whole leaf, it's higher quality, and you know exactly where it came from. I kind of make a joke that when you get the packets or the tea pouches with the powder in there, that's like the stuff that falls to the ground in the tea factory, and the janitor comes along and sweeps it up and puts it in there. That's the, I call that the Lipton Special. That's low quality tea leaves. You want to get whole leaf tea, so that's very important. But here's the problem. Flavored teas are very tricky. If you look at something like, pick up any flavored tea here. Here we go.
I'm gonna switch around here.
Go ahead. This is gonna be, I want to find like a peach or something. Mango, here we go. So look at this is mango Ceylon. And we look at the ingredients, natural mango flavors. So 90% of teas are gonna have natural flavor. So it's your job to kind of find one that doesn't. So let's just see, see Mighty Leaf doesn't really add too many orange. Let's see how they do this. Ingredients, organic ginger root. Oh, so they do it right, see? They're using real flavors, no natural flavors. So I would get Mighty Leaf for sure. And then another cool thing about, I have the hardest time getting this back. I'll come back to it later, I promise.
Number 6.
What's puka, by the way? Art and I were talking about this the other day.
Oh, it's pucka.
Pucka? What is this? Someone from Britain, tell us.
I thought that was a British term, pure pucka.
It's cacao maca majesty. It sounds good. This is ceremonial green tea. This is really higher nutritional profile because it's the entire green tea leaf ground into a powder, which is really cool. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on here? Yeah, Gerard, clean up on aisle 10. No, aisle, well, there is no number here, actually. Aisle 1, we'll call it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what puka is. Someone tell me. What do you think of Blue Moose dips? I don't think we have that here. Cold cereal recommendations. Well, we're right here. Let's do that. cereal is very tough because it's either going to be high in sugar or it's going to be made with starchy grains that aren't whole grains, like white rice and corn and stuff you don't want like that. So one of the better sweet ones is actually Barbara's Puffins. So I know a lot of kids want sweet. So this is actually decent because they're using real peanut butter here.
And they're tasty.
Yeah, it's not the best, it's sunflower oil, but it's not expeller pressed. But this is way better than like the real crappy cereals. Let's talk about healthy, right? Healthy cereals, let's see. This is one,
yes,
for
his name is
sure.
Robert.
Because if you eat grains, you want them to be whole grains. Why? Whole grains satiate your hunger. Whole grains don't spike your blood sugar as much. So this is Kashi Go Rise. Used to be Go Lean, right? This is whole grain. Look at this. All whole grain, buckwheat. How much sugar? 8 grams. That's not bad for a cup and a quarter. That's not bad at all. I wish they told us how much was added because there's a touch of cane syrup here. But this is pretty good. Also good if you're gluten-free. There's one called Love Grown. Where is that? Love Grown. It's made with, right here.
Pukka is Hindi, or Pukka, whatever it's pronounced, means authentic and genuine.
Oh, really? It's Indian? So this is made from beans, and I don't know if this is the best flavor. This is Chocolate Comet Krispies. So look at, I like the fact that it's whole beans. It's navy beans, navy beans, navy beans, lentils,
Meatloaf sandwich.
brown rice, and natural flavor here. Not too high in sugar, but they do have other ones, I don't see it today, that are not as sweet. This is interesting, look at this. This is gluten-free sprouted brown rice. Sprouted grains are better for your body to digest. They're not using expeller pressed oil, but it's not terrible. But if you want a regular, really good cereal, that's another whole grain one. Let me see, I would go for, you know what actually? Look at this. This could be a healthy version of Raisin Bran. This is Cascadian Farm here. This is, see look, whole grain wheat. If it's not whole grain, it's crap, right? You want whole grain, little bit of sugar. How much sugar? 7 is not bad, you guys. I've seen twice that in Raisin Bran. So this is a healthy one for sure. And just gotta read the ingredients, right? Because the healthy O's have a little more sugar, but look for whole grains, look for moderate sugar. Very, very important.
Do you like Dave's Killer Bread?
Yeah, so that's my second best choice. Let's go to the bread right now. Bread is very, very important, right? A lot of people have questions about that. Dave's Killer is the second best bread because it is whole grain, right? And I say it's the second best bread because the first is sprouted grain. So Dave's Killer, besides the white sandwich bread, is 100% whole grains, but you can actually do better than that by doing whole sprouted grain. So let's go down here. See all the snack bars here. This is still, in my opinion, one of the best waters on the market. This collagen water from Vital Protein, it's got 1 scoop of collagen, grass-fed. It's strawberry lemon. Look at this, they're actually using strawberry juice and lemon juice. There's 10 grams of grass-fed bovine protein there. Not a complete chain protein, but it's still very good. There's no natural flavors. That's really cool to me. And this is cool too. This is maple water. So when you tap a maple tree, it's watery. You have to reduce it or boil it to make the syrup. This is pure maple water, and it's slightly sweet, but only to the tune of 7 grams of sugar. But it has a really lovely flavor. If you haven't tried this yet, I would try it. Actually, my dream is to go, it's a simple dream, I gotta make it happen, to go to Canada during the maple harvest, see it being done, and then go to one of those maple shacks where they pour the syrup into the cold snow and make like a lollipop. I wanna do that so bad. Dreams will come true eventually. All right, let's check out the bread here. So you might think it's funny that we're going to the freezer section, but that's where a lot of the breads are kept here because there's no preservatives. So you guys probably know this name, right? This is one of the best in class sprouted grain breads. It's Ezekiel, and it's so great because it's 100% organic. But look at the ingredients here. Look at that. All sprouted grains, no sugar, no filler, no crap. That's really, really good because, listen, sprouted grains are like grains that are sprouted in water for a few days. The benefit of that is that it's easier for your body to digest, and your body actually gets more nutrition from this. So this is great, but want to see something very, very exciting? Look at this. This is a new bread in the grocery store. Not all markets have it, but this is base culture. We talked about this in the bread review video. It's keto bread at 4 net carbs per slice. These ingredients are to die for. Look at this. Read those ingredients, you guys. Unbelievable, right? And for 4 net carbs per slice, forget about it. Now, the only thing not unbelievable is this. Look at this, Art. The price. It is expensive, right? But it's not only keto, it's paleo, and it's gluten-free. I would get this bread over gluten-free bread because a lot of gluten-free breads have a ton of starch in there. So if you look at something like this, when you're buying gluten-free, you don't want simple starches like rice flour, right? Tapioca starch, rice flour, more tapioca starch. These are refined starches. When you start eating grains that aren't whole or stripped grains like that, it actually spikes your blood sugar very much. Really bad stuff. So if you want a gluten-free bread, if you don't want to get the money and pay the one for the base culture, this is by far, you guys, the best gluten-free bread I've ever seen. It's Canyon Bakehouse, and I love this because it's real whole grains that are gluten-free. So look at this. We have brown rice flour, a touch of tapioca flour, but then after that, sorghum, millet, teff, amaranth, and they're using extra virgin olive oil. Unbelievable when it comes to bread. So, what's that? Unbelievable. So, that's what you want to get when it comes to bread. Very, very important. Oh, let me show you some other cool stuff that's relatively new. So, like Whole Foods released an article a few weeks ago about the top 10 trending foods for 2020. And funny enough, we can't find many of them here, but this is one of them. Where is it? Oh, right here. Blended burgers. So this is grass-fed blended burger and organic turkey blended burger. What's a blended burger? It's burger blended with mushrooms. It's a way to get more vegetables into your diet. But I love that idea because mushrooms are very meaty. And you guys, look at this. They're taking 100% grass-fed organic beef. How do you know it's 100%? I don't know why they're doing this, but it's in small lettering down
the bottom.
Bottom. Does it say it there? Where is it?
100%.
Oh, there it is. Well, see, I can't even find it, see? So it's that mixed with organic mushrooms and rosemary. Wow. Very cool. A little pricey, right? It's $9.99 a pound, which isn't that bad. But to get more mushrooms or vegetables in your diet, I'm all for that. And I think that's really, really cool. Same thing with the turkey. Pretty badass. Now, one of the things on their list was donuts, and there are these donuts called Super Seed donuts. I think, Chris, if you're watching from Austin, we discovered those in Central Market, and they're on the list, but they don't have them here, which is such a bummer because Art and I want to try them so bad. So, where to next, family? And was the voting in about doing a part 2 at home later on?
People want it. They
Okay.
want it. They're for it. They're into it.
You guys want the live stream at home later on cooking? We'll make a really easy dinner, but let's see here. Frozen pizza.
3-hour bolognese.
Bolognese sauce? Little 3-hour bolognese.
Hey,
Let's
Chris is
see.
here. What's up, Chris?
Oh, it's Chris. Oh, what's up? There he is, the Stang Man. That's right, Chris. Best coffee beans, wine, flour, monk fruit,
Actually,
bread.
you've been on these, but I didn't know your screen name was.
You didn't know that
Stang Man.
either?
I didn't know that.
Best grass-fed yogurt. People want to know about wine. See, wine is tough because all wine is going to have the same amount of sugar unless you get that keto wine I talked about, right? Everyone wants to know about wine. The wine at Whole Foods is basically the same as anywhere else. I mean, a lot of wine, unless it's organic, can have up to 75 chemicals and pesticides in there, and all wines add sugar, which is why I really only drink that keto wine I show you about. We'll have a glass later on.
Somebody
All
wants to see about hard alcohol.
Hard alcohol?
Next aisle over.
It is. I don't know too much about it. I do know that actually any pure distilled alcohol is actually 0 carbs. So if you get tequila, if you get rum, if you get vodka, gin, there's 0 carbs because it's pure grain alcohol. Where you start to get into a problem is when they start mixing it. A lot of people want to know about dairy. Let's go over there, Art. So, Whole Foods actually let us film today and Wednesday. And Art, how many videos have we filmed?
I have no idea.
Probably, well, we're doing videos for Instagram and for YouTube. Total combined, easily over 20 videos. Because come January, I want to have a video a day on my channel for all about New Year's resolution and helping you guys put the best quality ingredients in your body. So it'll kind of be like a new year, new you thing. Let's come back next. You guys want to hear about protein and supplements after that?
I'm noticing the iPhone stabilization doesn't seem to work on YouTube live streams.
Oh, really? That makes sense. Okay, so we're going to talk really quick about yogurt. We talked about this yesterday in 2 videos and a live stream.
There are 2 sides we're going to add.
Let's just start with the best. This is the best yogurt you can buy here at Whole Foods. It's this one. It's the Stonyfield Greek Organic 100% grass-fed. So why is this the best? It's the best because grass-fed means it's pasture-raised, only eating grass. And Greek is the best too because it's strained. I recognize you. We talked to you last time we were here. You were looking at ingredients with us and everything. Remember that?
No.
No? I remember that.
Did I like what I ate?
You liked what we talked about. I remember that.
Because I like the what's the other animal that?
Oh, the goat yogurt? That's good too. Well, goats too is good because, can we show you on our YouTube video?
Pardon me?
We're doing a YouTube video. Can we show you? Yeah. So she likes the goat yogurt, and that's actually good because goat is easier to digest because the fat globules are smaller.
And doesn't it also depend on what they eat? Don't goats eat grass?
Yeah, which is nice.
So which is what you're.
Which is why I'm talking
right
about
now.
this. So we're talking about grass-fed's good, but Greek-style yogurt's also good because Greek is strained.
Okay. So what is a probiotic? A prebiotic?
Good question. So probiotics and prebiotics. Prebiotics are foods that are high in fiber, and fiber actually feeds the good gut bacteria in your stomach.
But there are all sorts of fiber.
Yeah, basically any natural food like cabbage is high in fiber.
Right.
Certain vegetables that are automatically, if you're high in fiber, you're also high in prebiotics, which feed the probiotics. But the reason why I like Greek style too is because
Heavier.
it's thicker and lower in sugar because you strain out some of the lactose.
That's interesting.
Right?
That I didn't
Yes, that's
realize.
nice. So, and we always want to get grass-fed or at least organic. Otherwise, they eat the GMOs. But grass-fed's even better because if you look at the nutritional profile of grass-fed dairy, it has higher omega-3 fatty acids, which are very important.
The only problem is it doesn't matter what the grass is fed with.
Well, if it's going to be grass-fed, they're never using chemicals on the grass. Like, it's too expensive to spray grass. So
Okay.
if it's grass-fed 100%, it's good to go, and it's way better than eating
For
grains.
whom are you making this?
For ourselves, we have a YouTube channel. Yeah, yeah. This is what we do. We cook recipes and we go to the grocery store teaching people how to shop. Yeah. So that's one of the best ones. So
You should have a table once a week or once a month or once a year and invite all your YouTube viewers.
I like that. We did that recently. We did a cooking party. It was very fun.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good times. So thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it.
Wonderful listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. See ya.
But also, there's people who want non-dairy yogurt. How nice was she? I love shopping at the grocery store. You meet the nicest people. If you want a really good quality non-dairy yogurt, this is relatively new and I talk about it a lot. It's Kite Hill Greek style. So it's almond yogurt, but it's strained and it has over twice the protein as the normal one. And they add almond protein isolate too. So this is so good. But here's the deal. You can't get any yogurt that is sweetened, whether it's milk or almond milk or whatever. Once you start adding cane sugar to this thing, you start to kill the natural probiotics in there. What's that for?
Super chat.
Oh, we got a super chat? Whoa, who's that?
Tom Dalton.
Tommy boy, I made the egg bites this morning. Love the way you formatted the cookbook. Did you get your signed copy, Tom? I'm super happy to hear that. Look how cool it is. I can click on the super chat and see his comment like that.
Nice.
That's awesome. Anytime you add sugar to yogurt, it kills the probiotic effect. So don't ever buy that. You can add your own honey, but you can't do that. That's bad. Let's come down here.
Thank you, Tom, very much.
I was like, wait, this is an Instagram video. What are we doing, Art? Then I forgot. This is such a great cottage cheese. This is good cultures. And it says pasture raised, but I can't find anywhere that it's grass fed, but it's so clean. Look at this. It's milk, it's Celtic sea salt, and live and active cultures. A lot of times you'll find cottage cheese that has like gums and emulsifiers. This has none. It's unbelievable.
Hey Jan, the book is on Amazon. It's not in every Costco, but it's
Right.
been on Amazon since like May, right?
It's been on Amazon since May.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just search Flav City on Amazon. You'll find it. We're approaching 800 five-star reviews, and I got a call today or this week. It said the Costco test run is going so well. They're close to expanding it to maybe 35 stores. So keep up the pressure. And if you want to find out the Costco store list, go to my video for the top 10 healthiest things at Costco, and in the description box, I have the full list. I just want to tell you something really quickly about pasture-raised eggs. So come over here. We have great pasture-raised eggs at the grocery store now. The thing is, unless you get organic or non-GMO pasture-raised eggs, they're going to have a supplemental feed of GMO grain. All pasture-raised eggs have a supplemental feed. They can't live on bugs and grass and worms alone. So like, if I grab the Vital Farms that everyone always grabs, these are not the ones I get because these have a supplemental grain feed of GMO corn and soy. I would trade up and get the organic ones or the green box for the non-GMO, or buy any other organic, non-GMO, pasture-raised eggs. You really want that. It's very important. Let's go talk about milk really quick. So, the same principle. Oh wait, hold on, we gotta talk about this. Coffee creamer, if you're non-dairy, oh my God, this is unbelievable, you guys. This is Malk, Art's favorite. Art, tell us about Malk.
It's a Simpsons reference from a long time ago where the school district is trying to cut back on spending, and instead of buying milk, they found a vendor for Malk.
And
Now
Art
with,
goes,
now with vitamin R.
yeah, Bart's like, vitamin R? Guys, this is maple pecan, organic rolled oats, very important because it's not high in glyphosate, pecans, coconut sugar, a low glycemic index, maple syrup, and Himalayan pink salt. Holy cow. Unbelievable, you guys. Also, Malk makes, this is the premium one I was talking about, Malk, and they usually have Newburn here. I don't see it. But this is one of the best. This is very expensive, right? Which is why I buy the Whole Foods one instead down there. And then the same principle, you guys. Hey, Chris, you know this, right? Picnic. Where's my Austin family at? This is the best coffee creamer in the land because it's made with grass-fed butter and grass-fed whey. Look at that. No sugar. This is the cleanest and keto coffee creamer ever. And when you're buying milk, organic's good. We don't drink conventional milk because it's high in GMOs, right?
Chris loves the picnic.
This is the only kind of milk you want to get. 100% grass-fed whole milk, either Maple Hill, Organic Valley, but whole milk. Why do we get whole milk instead of reduced fat? Guys, dairy is the kind of good fat you want in your body. It's good fat that has omega-3 fatty acids. If you're getting low fat, you're jimping yourself, you're skimping yourself of the good fats.
Is everything organic good?
It's better. I wouldn't say good because you can get healthy junk food or junk food that is organic, so it's better, but kind of a blanket statement, right? This is ultra filtered milk, so it's filtered the same way that Greek style yogurt is, and it filters out some of the sugar and lactose and actually makes it lower sugar, higher in protein. I wish they had grass fed, but that organic one is fantastic. So, very cool. Hey, let's go to the supplement aisle. Oh, it's getting busy here. People doing their post-work shopping here. Art and I have been here, by the way, since 10:45. How crazy is that?
And the local time now is?
Time at the tone is 3:50. Okay. If you're big on probiotics, which I usually get those from naturally fermented foods, they really should be in the refrigerator aisle. Probiotics are living, live, active cultures, so you want them to be alive, which is why you want to get them from here. So pick the one you want. Just make sure it's pure probiotics and nothing else. Any one of these work. But what I really love is this kind of stuff. Look, this is amazing. This is actually Vital Proteins collagen shots. This is like to calm you down. This is to help you sleep. They usually have a immune one, but these are what I take over here, Art. Immune shots, right? I take these or I make my tea, and you'll see it's pineapple juice, turmeric, lemon juice, a little bit of black pepper. These can actually boost your immune system way better than most vitamins can. But if you want more natural immune boosters, Art and I found the coolest one this week. Look at this. And the name on this one is amazing. So I'm all about homeopathic stuff, not so much, vitamins, but look at this. You're feeling a little sick, spray some Kick Arse Immune Activator. How freaking cool is that? Exactly, Stingman. Chris knows it, black pepper. So that's really good. Now, what's even more exciting to me is what's around the corner. Let's go to the collagen and protein section over here. So, you guys know I take collagen twice a day. It's a great supplement for the collagen you lose in your body. And Primal Kitchen makes the only flavored collagen on the market that doesn't use natural flavors or any kind of crap. Look at this. This is chocolate collagen fuel. Look at the ingredients, Art. They're using real, unsweetened cacao, monk fruit sweetener. How amazing is that? And if you want vanilla, they're using real vanilla extract, monk fruit sweetener. Everyone else on the market who uses flavors like this uses natural flavors. Primal Kitchen doesn't. If you don't want the flavored one, you can get any kind of plain grass-fed collagen peptide like that. That's cool too, right? But if you're a coffee creamer fan, like we talked about earlier, look at this. Vital, on sale now, makes collagen creamer. And this is just coconut milk powder, collagen, and that's it. You get 10 grams of protein from all of these collagens, and it's so good in your coffee. I would not get the mocha one because unlike Primal Kitchen, look what they do. They use natural flavors, which really bugs me. And for the vanilla, instead of using vanilla extract, what do they use? Natural flavors. So major bummer, but the coconut one is good to go. And this is one of my favorite protein powders if you want whey. Tara the pterodactyl. So she makes a grass-fed whey. Now the only bummer with this, it's a whey protein concentrate, not an isolate, so it's not quite as effective as a concentrate, but it's cold pressed, and she actually uses cocoa powder here. Because when you turn something into a whey protein isolate, you kind of process and refine it. She cold presses it, which means that it's just a concentrate, but still really good stuff. Whew, okay.
Somebody asked if you prefer the vanilla or the chocolate.
I like vanilla better. Yeah, I put vanilla in coffee sometimes, or just in my keto smoothie after a workout. I'm so tired of talking, you guys. I've been talking since 10:45 this morning. As much as I love to hear my own voice, even I'm getting tired right now. Okay, we got 840 people, not too bad. Hey guys, keep sharing. Sharing is caring. I'm gonna go over to coffee now because I see a bunch of comments, but time out. In my walk over to coffee, take the link to the stream, and what can they do? Wait, hold on. What can they do, Art?
What do you want them to do?
Share.
Focus on yeah, share. Sharing is caring.
Where do you share?
Share it. Share it on YouTube. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tinder. Farmers Only.
There you go. There you go. Exactly.
Whatever else you want to do it on.
Okay, let's go over to the coffee because I have a lot of questions about that, and I actually have a lot of information for you about that. Coffee is the most expensive agricultural product in the world, right? But it can be a very dirty business.
Chris wonders your thoughts on erythritol.
You know, Chris, I'm actually okay with it as long as it's non-GMO. Some people don't like the way it reacts in their body. It's a personal preference. I don't mind a little bit. Just like sugar, I wouldn't use too much, but it's way better to have erythritol with monk fruit than straight up sugar, but you gotta have it in moderation because it still can be disruptive to your gut. All right, coffee. What's the best coffee to buy? I can't really tell you the best because it's a preference, but I can tell you that single origin coffee is the best. So when I look at something like, here we go. Look at these two coffees right here. This is a blend, right? This is Ethiopian. This is a single origin coffee. You know exactly where they come from. It's usually superior because blends, especially like Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, it's usually a combination of inferior beans. And what they do is they roast it at a pretty high temperature to mask the inferior flavor. And inferior beans can be old and moldy, young and green, or just imperfect. When you roast it at a high temperature, you can mask those flavors. So number one, get single origin coffee. Desi found us. And then number two, I would buy whole bean coffee and then grind it yourself. You don't even have to own a grinder. You can grind it here at the grocery store. So I would buy a bag of single origin, this guy. I would go right here where Desi is. Everyone say hi to Desi, by the way, if you haven't said hi yet. Look at this, Art. Every store has a grinder. And you don't want to buy pre-ground coffee because, I'll tell you in a minute, grind it here, only buy enough for about 10 days. Because once you grind a bean, peak flavor is 7 to 10 days. After that, it goes downhill. Is it still good? Yeah, but you want peak flavor of coffee. When you buy the ground one, it's only good for about 7 days. But it's been sitting in that airtight bag, but you want that fresh grind. You really don't want to buy the pre-ground stuff. So, single origin, whole bean, grind it yourself. If you're a decaf coffee drinker, you have to look for this word right here. Decaf, 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 where are you? Here we go. Decaf, see that? What does that say there, Art?
Swiss water decaffeinated.
Swiss water. There's two ways to decaffeinate a coffee beans. With water, Swiss water, or with chemicals. Most places use chemicals. Even Starbucks uses chemicals. They say all the chemicals go out of the beans. Bull to the crap. I don't believe that. Swiss water is the way to go. It smells so good here, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love the smell of this. I wish I could drink it.
Are we going to cover the whole store? Huh?
No, we're going to end soon. Someone's getting a little antsy.
No, it's all right. I'm done.
Is Rosa sleeping?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh, Rosa's sleeping. All right, so
I'm doing some Christmas dinner shopping.
tell people about what our Christmas Eve tradition is.
Yeah, we do Christmas Eve traditionally Bulgarian style, which is all vegan dinner.
Uh-huh.
And they're very traditional dishes that are done, like a bean stew
What's
or
that,
bean
Vincenza?
soup.
Uh-huh.
Also, we do sauerkraut, stuffed leaves.
Uh-huh.
Also, we do grape leaves
yeah.
stuffed.
Really good stuff.
But see, these things are very time consuming.
Yes, they
So
are.
this year, I'm changing up the tradition a little bit. We're still doing vegan dinner,
Yep.
but we're gonna mix it up. Instead of like rice stuffed in leaves, which is very time consuming,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna do a butternut squash risotto.
Risotto, I love it. Easier. So
And
we'll do that
still
on we'll do that on Instagram stories on
Yeah,
the
and
next few days.
I'll still do my
your way.
bean casserole, a bean stew casserole.
Uh-huh.
It's not green beans. It's
Uh-huh.
like navy beans, cannellini beans. Actually, I just got.
Oh, nice.
And we'll do some a cabbage salad. We'll do some sides like hummus and
Nice.
tahini
Kurt.
sauce.
Okay. Little tahini
And
sauce.
we'll do like a roasted eggplant and zucchini dip,
Ooh, that
kind of
sounds
like
good.
a baba ganoush kind
I
of
like
thing.
it. Baba mi baba.
Yeah.
Sweet. So,
And I'll do like Christmas cookies also, which will not be vegan, but dessert doesn't count.
that's your paleo.
And my
They're
paleo
so
cookies.
good.
And also I'll do my chocolate walnut cake because I just love making
a good
it,
one.
and it's such a great cake.
I agree. Very tasty. Kurt says that because Whole Foods is letting you do this, I'll be shopping there from now on. Hello, wise up to the game, y'all. Okay, so I know the Bobby approved seal. I actually want to have that for 2020. All right, where to next? We'll do a couple more aisles, then we're gonna go home because we're gonna do another live stream, cooking dinner. So that's what you want to know about coffee, right? I think I covered all of that. Best butter. I've talked about that before here. Let's see. Post a workout video. I do want to do a workout video. Flour, baking aisle. That'd be good for Desi. Let's go to the baking
All right.
aisle. Desi can teach you all about gluten-free and paleo flours. They have some really good alternative flours here. Really, really good stuff. Ooh, hello, we got collagen water samples here. My favorite. We were just talking about how much we love this collagen water. Now it's magically appeared. How about that?
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I love this. Okay. All right, Desi. I'm going to pull the mic out so you can talk a little clearer. Desi's going to walk you through flowers and stuff like that. And I grab that bit. This is Desi's strong point. I'm going to let her roll. I'm going to get some more samples of that collagen.
All right, so my favorite flour to bake with that is gluten-free is almond flour. And you want to go for blanched almond flour, which means the peel is removed. And that one makes for a better baking good. If it's not blanched, it's called almond meal.
Right.
And you don't wanna buy that for baking.
Bake with that, it's too hard.
Yeah, so almond.
What else?
So for paleo baking, if you want to stick to paleo baking, arrowroot starch is great.
Here, these two.
Yeah, as well as tapioca flour. Both are made from the root. Yeah, they're interchangeable, and both are made from the root of a plant. And they're perfect for paleo baking.
Here's what Jessica was talking about. This is more like almond meal. I would not use this for baking. This has the skin still on there. Now, by the way, when you're buying almond flour, don't buy it here. Buy it at Costco. It's way cheaper. Walmart's way cheaper. So actually, it's cheaper here than Trader Joe's, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, also coconut flour, great for baking, not in big quantities though. It's very dry, so it's a good flour to use in combination with almond flour, and I'm always keeping an eye on Rose in the back.
Can you substitute almond flour for coconut flour in recipes?
No, because coconut flour is very dry. So if you substitute 1-to-1, it's not going to turn out. I usually use coconut flour just a little bit if you want to kind of dry out your baked goods.
Yeah. This is supposed to be one of the trend-worthy foods of 2020. It's cauliflower flour. It's very expensive.
Very exciting. I want to try it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll try it out. It kind of has a nice color to it. I think it's roasted very low, and then it's pulverized into a powder.
It's a little too processed, but
No, it's okay, but I mean, it's expensive, but
Yeah.
I've heard mixed results from people on Instagram.
also corn flour and corn meal. I don't typically use corn flour, but we do use corn meal once in a while for cornbread. We don't eat it that often.
No.
We make it like for
It's gotta be
Thanksgiving.
organic. Tell why, though?
Yeah, because corn is one of the most GMO, genetically modified crops. So you want to go always for non-GMO and organic.
Look at this. So Art and I found this the other day. This is the funniest name. Not xanthan, not guar. But basically, if you're doing gluten-free baking, you put this in there, and it adds an elasticity to your bread or your cakes. People told me on Instagram stories that it was really good.
It's potato starch and psyllium.
From the makers of That's Not Yogurt. Not really. I'm making up part of it.
Potato starch and psyllium. I can see it, but we can try it. But yeah, psyllium husk. I've been using that to my almond butter bread, which is a paleo bread. It's delicious. Actually, I'm gonna make that for Christmas.
Nice.
I'm gonna make it not in the form of a bread loaf, but I'm gonna make it in the form of a round bread which you can break, because we have a Bulgarian tradition to break bread on Christmas Eve, and you so the host of the house, which will be Bobby, will take the pitka, which is the round baked bread, and will tear pieces. He'll start with one for JC, Jesus Christ, and one for Virgin Mary, and then one for the house, and then
Get out of here.
then he'll start in order of the eldest person in the on the table. That will be Johnny P.
Yep.
And then we'll go like that in round until we reach the youngest one, which will be Rose.
Yep.
And why we do that? Because actually in the bread we have hidden a little coin, and whoever gets the coin in the bread will have a prosperous, fantastic year ahead of them.
Well said.
So it's a very exciting kind of like thing we do in a game. And last year, I got the coin.
That's right. It was a great year.
Yeah, it was a great year.
Someone wants to know about the flours you would use for making like paleo pancakes.
Paleo cake, very easy. Almond flour and arrowroot starch. You do like 1 cup of almond flour to 1/4 cup of arrowroot starch. You use maybe an egg or two and baking powder maybe. Yep, I think I've made these in the past. I just don't know the recipe off the top of my head, but that's basically it.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. So
And what other so there's a lot of flours, you guys. So I mean, there's potato starch flours and rice flours and stuff like that. And in the beginning, when I was experimenting with gluten-free flour, I used to use a lot of those flours, kind of like a mix of them, in order to kind of create some sort of a replacement for regular wheat flour. And those work fine. The problem is it's just a lot of starch, and very simple starch like potato and rice. So I kind of weaned off of that and started doing more of a paleo type of baking with almond flour, coconut flour, and arrowroot starch. And things come out absolutely fantastic. I love it.
yeah, I want to talk about chicken stocks behind me because a lot of people are asking. So the interesting thing about, hold this phone for a second, chicken stock and broth, even in a store like Whole Foods, they almost always have natural flavors, caramel coloring, or yeast extract. So I look at something like, okay, we'll go to here. Pick up a chicken broth. This is organic chicken broth here, right? And I look at the ingredients. Whoa, almost dropped it. It has organic chicken flavor, which we don't need natural flavors in there. Or if I go to like, even something like, here, Pacific beef broth here. It has yeast extract and maltodextrin in there. Yeast extract is a natural flavor or a chemical flavor enhancer. Here, you have to pay up. But if you get this one right here, look at this. This is organic chicken stock. It's actually on sale right now. This is the cleanest one here and the only one. Look, it has real ingredients. Now, there's other ones you can get. Swanson's makes a good chicken bone broth. They make an artisan beef broth. Aldi's has a chicken bone broth. But it's really hard. 90% of the stuff here is going to have either yeast extract, maltodextrin, caramel coloring, or natural flavors. But if you want to pony up, by the way, Rose is sleeping back here. Don't worry, she's safe, everyone. Nothing's going to happen. She's sleeping because she's way overtired. But Art, all of these bone broths are good to go. Kettle and Fire, Epic, the Whole Foods one. But if you actually calculate the price per gallon for this, it's astronomical. This right here is $6.99 for 14 ounces. You guys, that would be over $50 a gallon. This is over $40 a gallon. So just make your own at home. I have a saved story on my Flav City Instagram. This is all good stuff, right? We look at the ingredients, all really good stuff, but it's expensive as can be, right? So that's the moral of the story is you have to read the ingredients because it's a little tricky here.
Do you have a published book of good and bad ingredients to look out for?
Well, I do, Michelle. Thank you for asking. It's called Bobby Approved, the Flav City Shopping Experience. It's an ebook shopping guide on Amazon. Just so go on Amazon, search Flav City. It's a new ebook shopping guide that once you buy it once for $10, it updates for free once a month. So every time we have new data, it'll push to the book. Let's go over here to the sweeteners. Want to see some cool sweeteners, Ben? All right, so the sweeteners aisle here is getting next level. So we have really cool things. So we think of low glycemic sweeteners. Maple syrup is a low glycemic sweetener. You want to stay away from sugar. Look, I don't care, Art, if it's organic sugar, turbinado, sugar in the raw. Sugar is the devil. I say that because it not only makes us fat and sick and nearly dead, it also feeds the bad bacteria in your stomach and kills the good one. So you really can't be eating sugar. But instead, you can get maple syrup. If you're keto, you can get keto maple syrup. Just keep in mind, all keto maple syrups, unfortunately, they always put maple natural flavors in there, which is a kind of a bummer, but it's unavoidable, but it's still way better than regular sugar. Then we have really cool things. Look at this. This is just date syrup. That's date puree. I think they're going to send us some. So I tagged them in my story.
Fantastic.
So this is amazing. Agave is not bad, but agave is actually high in fructose. It has the same fructose levels as regular sugar, and that could eventually make you insulin resistant. So not the best. But we come over here. I love this monk fruit sweetener. It's a 1-to-1 replacement with sugar, and it's a blend of non-GMO erythritol and monk fruit. You don't want 100% monk fruit. Right here.
Okay.
You don't want 100% monk fruit because it's very, very strong. You can't substitute a 1-to-1, so they blend it with erythritol. Look at it, Desi. Talk about coconut sugar.
Yeah, for paleo baking, I love coconut sugar. I just grabbed one actually for baking for Christmas. Yeah, so I do like a 1-to-1 substitute with regular sugar. It adds a nice caramelly,
Amazing.
The delicious flavor to anything you put it in. And also for paleo baking, I also use maple syrup a lot, which is great.
Yep.
Wait. I've been requested to show it closer.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes. So, coconut palm sugar. It comes from the sap of the coconut blossom flower, and it has an amazing flavor. It's low glycemic, and you can substitute it 1-for-1 with sugar. I would not use xylitol. This stuff is terrible for your gut. It's good for toothpaste, but horrible for your gut. I wouldn't use straight up erythritol. It's nice when they blend that with the monk fruit. This can be kind of cooling a little bit. And I'm not a big fan of Swerve either because it's very cooling. Honey is really interesting because you want to make sure your honey is sourced in the USA because China is really tricky at exporting their honey to like Malaysia and Singapore and then importing it here. And China cuts their honey with rice syrup, of course.
Yeah, horrible. We watched a whole documentary on
Yeah.
that. And stevia is also great.
Yep.
You can do drops or you can do the powdered one.
Stevia is fantastic, right? This is great. So if you want a sweetener for your coffee, use organic, heavy cream or milk. Stevia, that's how you do it. You don't want those sugar-laden coffee creamers. And yeah. And then we talked about it. Let's just talk about spices really quick. Art and I just did a quick video. We filmed about 20 videos the last 2 days here at Whole Foods. See, I never buy my spices here because even though they're decent quality, once you grind a spice, it starts to lose their flavor after 3 to 6 months. It's still good after that, but peak flavor is 3 to 6 months. You don't know how long it's been sitting here, how long it was in transportation, and you're paying a lot for the bottle. Go to the bulk section of Whole Foods or a spice shop. If you live in Chicago, there's a place in East Lakeview called the Coffee and Tea Exchange. You can buy the bulk, buy the ounce spices. It's way cheaper. So Art and I did the math. Look at this. This smoked paprika here, which is my favorite spice, you guys know, it's $3.42 an ounce. Over in the bulk section, it's $1.12 an ounce. That is major, major savings. And I would never buy spice rubs. You really got to read the ingredients because this is a bacon flavored seasoning here. The first ingredient is GMO maltodextrin, followed by yeast extract.
Oh, somebody said we can't hear you. Just make sure this is okay.
Right, so that's something you definitely want to be careful about. If you're going to buy a spice rub, you got to read the ingredients. I see a lot of things like taco seasoning mix, and the first ingredient is cornmeal or MSG. It's like, really? That's bad news. And you guys know I love salt. We don't cook with this kind of salt. Even though it's iodized, this is bleach processed refined salt. Nothing but sodium chloride. These two are my favorite. Celtic sea salt is from France, and Redmond is from the USA. 70 trace minerals add flavor, add health benefits like magnesium, calcium, and it's not straight up calcium chloride. This doesn't spike your blood pressure as much. So very interesting stuff, right? So, I mean, we can go on and on. We can do a live stream here for 5 hours, right? But I think that's it. I'm getting a little tired. I've been talking for a very long time. Let us do some shopping. Maybe we'll do a live stream later on if I have the strength. If you want it, just let us know in the comments. We're going to grab some stuff, but fun times, right? I think I'm going to ask Whole Foods for permission again to do some filming next week and the week after. Hopefully they grant my permission, but that's it, you guys. How fun is it to shop along live here? Good times here. Yeah, Manuka honey is worth the cost. It's right there. It's loaded with tons of good nutrients and enzymes. Buy it at Costco, though. It's a much better deal. Hot cocoa, you got to make your own. I'm coming up with a version of keto hot cocoa.
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
Nothing.
Oh. Himalayan pink salt is good too. All thriller, no filler, baby. That's what you want, Calvin. Another live stream, you want it. Show us what you bought at home. Please continue. Desi's bread recipe. Go on Google and search for Flav City Paleo bread. You'll see it. Rajesh is in the house. What's up, buddy? Okay. Yeah, hot cocoa is basically raw cacao, monk fruit sweetener, coconut milk powder. It's so, so good. They used to have coconut milk powder here, but it's not here anymore.
Chris, have a good one.
Let me see. Yeah, it's not here anymore. You could order it on Amazon. All right, guys. Out of here. I need a little bit of a refresher. Most likely we'll pop on later on. So that's it. Rose is still sleeping. All is well. Desi, say goodbye for now.
Bye, guys. See you later.
All right, we'll see you later, guys. Say goodbye to Art, by the way.
See
Everyone,
y'all.
hold on.
Have a good one.
Say goodbye to Art real quick. Art,
See ya.
hopefully we'll see you at home in just a few. All right? So peace. Good times.
Bye-bye.